Whoops. So you're live. Now what the fuck's going on? Five minutes. Okay, that's okay. Okay. So now.
How's your call? Can they see me now? Okay. This is recorded, right? See ya, people.
See you, hon. Papa. Okay, so now let's get going. Oof. Morning. Morning, 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 morning. Hello, everybody. Test. 1, 2. You have to turn that down. One. Anybody on with me? Who could hear me? Who could hear me? Hello, hello, hello. One, two, one, two. Hello, anybody there? One, two. Hello. Any, Zing, any, okay, is anybody on with me? Do I hear anybody? Oh, I know. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody with me? Hello, hello. Anybody with me? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I don't hear anybody. Okay, good morning, everybody. It's Elliot, and I don't have a fancy beginning to the show today. I'm running late, and things aren't going the way they're supposed to. But in the interim, I'm going to get some music started. We'll make things happen here anyway. I'm waiting for some of the guys to enter the room with me. So anyway, I'm just getting things set up, ready, and again, it's a mess here today. Nothing is going the way it's supposed to because I had to worry about getting my grandkids stuff printed and this crap and that crap, and now I'm late. So anyway, that's live radio for you. In the meantime, let's listen to a tune by a buddy of mine, Krista Rodzewski. This one's called Nails. It's from his new album, Hubris, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Morrow. Hello.
Good morning.
Hey, talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Okay, cool. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. I think we're good now. Okay, cool.
but it's saying it's failed to start the video camera. And
Yeah, we'll let them on the Zoom site. You know, it's been a shit show here all morning. I just can't get my act together. And you know, the grandkids getting their stuff ready for school. And I'm pissed off at Biden. I'm just pissed off at everybody today, but we shall overcome.
Yep, yep, we shall.
Okay. Anyway, just give them the Zoom link and they'll be able to see everything, okay?
Okay.
I'm
And you
recording it
can't see me,
anyway for
right?
later, but I'm just not gonna broadcast. Morning, David.
Good morning.
So how's everybody doing? Getting ready for the Super Bowl?
The what?
I don't, I used to work for the Jets and Giants, so those days are behind me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, is Morrow got a there's Morrow's picture.
Yeah, but it's not
Where's-
letting me. I keep trying to start the video and I keep saying camera failed to start video camera. I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay, I see a still of you, Morrow. It's not a live shot.
Right, I'm trying to, every time I hit start video, it says failed to start camera. And it did on my laptop the other day too, so I'm not
Hey,
sure what's
David.
going on.
David,
Yes,
before we get started, do you have mushrooms in your property?
mushroom. Is that what you asked? Mushrooms?
Yeah, you growing mushrooms on your property?
No.
Damn it.
Sorry,
Oh, okay.
we'll have to go hunt.
I know we're gonna have to. I need a mushroom, like 2 or 3. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, you're back.
Oh,
Okay, so Brad called out today. He's not gonna be on with us.
Oh,
Yeah, he had to go to work today. He couldn't turn that down to work, I guess. But you know, and that's understandable in these times.
right.
So this tune I'm playing is by a friend of mine named Christo Radzewski. And Christo's an MD in New York, and he's from Macedonia. And real interesting guy. Great album. And we're going live in 1 minute.
hey, Morrow.
Good morning.
Hey, how'd you guys like that psychedelic promo I did?
I loved it. It was
Yeah,
really cool.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Hey, I should let you know I'm starting to invite people, so I'm sending them links.
Beautiful. We're going to be everything is going to be set up and ready. Well, I'll talk to you guys later, but I'm working on a couple of big things.
Cool.
I want to get on public access so we could do this show on public access on
Oh, that'd be
Saturday
great.
mornings.
Yeah. The Albuquerque station or which one?
Yeah, I don't care where. You know, let's get started somewhere.
Yeah.
And,
I'm trying to get back on my tablet. I restarted it to see what's going on with the camera.
So who's watching? You're live now. You're good now. Who's watching the Super Bowl tomorrow?
We thought about it. We were going to. We usually go to my cousin's house and have a big party and everything, but of course we can't do that now. And what happened was I was supposed to be marrying a couple in Pecos next Sunday on Valentine's.
Wait. Okay, that's my buddy Christo Radzewski. He's in New York now. He's from Macedonia, and some really interesting things going on Not Your Mother's Radio. A whole bunch of new shows are coming out. There's a whole new set of just things that we're working on that should be pretty cool. Going to start doing a weekly world music show with the one and only Michael Shreve from Santana.
Wow,
And that's
cool.
in the works now. We're working on dates and things for that. And also, Bill Laswell show is doing great. The Destroy Irrational Thought radio segment of the week. Saturday mornings are getting bigger and bigger, more and more followers every Saturday. And I'd like to welcome everybody to the show who's never been here before. A lot of apologies today. I was stuck running a little late today. Grandkids, you know, this whole pandemic thing, I'm pulling things out of the computer and, you know, printing and doing this and that and this and that. And it's just everything kind of hit me at the last minute today. And guys, let me ask you a question. Is anybody happy with the way things are going on the political front these days?
I'm still in wait and see mode.
Okay, either I'm deaf or Moro's or the mics aren't working. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm back. I'm sorry. So is everybody happy with the way things are going or what?
I'm kind of in wait and see mode. I want to see what's going to happen.
You know
I'm
how I
happy with a
feel?
lot of stuff. I'm unhappy with some stuff.
Yeah, I can't find anything to be happy with. What the heck's with me? You know what it is too? I'll be honest with you. I'm taking steroids the past 2 weeks. I've had this poison running through my body that they had to get out. So they kind of put me on these steroids, and it's just kind of agitating me.
Wow.
But it kind of woke me up to a couple of things that I don't know if I should have been awoke to, so to speak. You know, the whole thing is that this whole Democratic thing. The Democrats knew they were taking over in January. And I don't care what the excuse is. These guys promised that they're going to hit the floor running. And I don't see anybody running, actually.
Right.
There's people starving. Did you see the two-tone thing? She's in trouble. You know, Two-Tone Grant had her benefits taken away. And
I saw that.
yeah. I mean, I'm going to call her after the weekend, see if I can help with anything. But this whole thing turned into just like a farce. And it just shows you that it doesn't matter who's in charge. I mean, okay, these guys aren't as crazy as the whole Trump thing was and everything else. But, you know, Biden promised us that he had everything under control. And then when he came in, you know, he'd just be ready to get going from day one. And, you know, day one is into 3 weeks already. And they're still letting the Republicans bamboozle them. They're being run over every day by another Republican.
You know what? In the Senate, they didn't okay the rules of the Senate.
Big deal. Big deal.
Years
You know
ago.
what? You know what? What's his name? Mitch. Mitch wasted a whole month. He didn't give them the Senate. He sat on it for 1 month and he screwed them out of 1 whole month of work. You realize that?
Yep. Yep.
So if they supposed to have 24 good months, they're only down to 23, right?
He should have just said, you know what? Schumer should have just said, you know what, Mitch McConnell, the hell with you. We've got 51 votes. We're taking it and we're doing our own rules. So if you don't like it, too bad. You're in the minority. Because that's what he did. That's what McConnell did the whole time. Said, screw you.
You know what, Dave, I'm assuming that you eat every night, right? You have 3 meals a day?
I'm sorry?
You're eating 3 meals a day now, right?
I'm doing what?
You have 3 meals a day. You're eating all your meals?
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow, you're eating 3 meals?
Usually 2.
Yeah, well, I'm eating about 4 or 5, okay?
Wow.
But no, I'm just fooling. I'm eating my 3 meals. There's people out there who aren't getting their 3 meals a day.
Right.
Biden promised us that day one, he'd have this crap show, you know, up and running and ready to go. But, you know, I don't know. It's really bugging me. I was sitting there last night and,
Well,
I
you
don't
know,
I
I
was told-
remember this whole bipartisan thing, you know, back on Obama's day, he tried, you know, he brought everybody in and they made promises. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. We'll support you. And he went through things down. And then as soon as it came up, they voted no. And so
Well, that's
really,
besides the point. But you know what? We control the Senate now. We control the Senate.
well,
We control the House.
there's a lot of trust issues because you've got the the other party, the Republican Party, is in turmoil. I mean, my gosh, they're still,
There's such bad faith.
Yeah.
They have no desire to govern. They have no desire to do anything except hold power and screw other people.
But either do we, it looks like, and that's the sad part. There's no reason why people aren't eating, okay? There's no reason why kids are going, just because they're not sitting in school, that they're going to bed hungry at night. There's no reason for it. And, the whole thing that Biden promised us, Biden promised us day one, he was getting this, I don't care that the money wasn't given to him on time, and I don't care about any of that. He had a notepad and he had a pencil, and he should have been able to get his act together and say, hey, this is it. I'm coming in. I'm the president now, and it's time to get crap done. But no, never happened.
he tried all that bipartisan thing, and like I said, that it doesn't work. It's not going to work.
But he's, you know what? He's the president. He's smarter than me. Well, he's supposed to be.
I agree totally. And
he's the president. What? I knew, and you knew, and Mauro knew, and 70 million people knew that there wasn't going to be a bipartisan government. We all knew that, right?
Yeah, we definitely knew that.
Hey, where's Andy today?
He is. I'm trying to get his butt in here because what I want to do is introduce our new doggies, but he's not responding to me. I think he fell back to sleep.
Oh, okay. I understand that. Okay, anyway, now that I got that off my chest, time to end the show. No, I'm just fooling. It's into Bell.
I'm going to pause for a second, and I'll be right back.
Go ahead. Okay, so Dave, what's up in your world?
Oh, it's been the same thing you're talking about. Just been running in molasses because, waiting for things to happen. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a beautiful day. You know how I am. I mean, the sun's up, everything's cool.
The weather's been nice. The weather has been nice.
Very much. I'm getting things done. So I like that. We're going to hopefully start some new projects soon. We got some cool things going on with the Truman Health Center, which are informal meetings, and people can Zoom in, and I'm promoting this radio station like crazy. I know.
Thank you.
Yeah, we need to start getting an audience, getting people involved, getting more people on the show.
We need sponsors. Sponsors, send anything you can, $1, $2, $5, anything.
The public, basically, public radio, public television, so on and so forth. And, they're always saying a little blurb on, how about giving us a dime? I know. It helps us out. And that's where we are, Elliot. We're connected to people,
Well, just so you know, Regional Records, a record company in California, is sending me some promo stuff to give out for people. Once I have it, I will be able to package it and maybe do a gift thing, send $5 and get a CD from, they're doing some Valentine stuff for me. They're doing some face masks for us, and they're helping out a bit. So that's going to be pretty cool. Again, that's Regional Records. And my buddy Marvin Etzioni from the band Lone Justice owns that label, actually. And
it's really good that we get response. What does our audience want? We're talking to people. We're not talking to ourselves. What's the response?
And that's what pisses me off sometimes. Sometimes it feels like we're talking to ourselves. I give out the phone number every Saturday, 505-410-3439. Call, let us know. Let us know what you want. Do you want more music? You want us complaining more? You want us to be happier? You want, let us know what you want, and we'll work it into the show. We've had this format now for about 6 months. That's all it's been, Dave. And you're going to tell a story later. I'm going to complain. Mauro's going to do his thing, and I got buddies listening. You have buddies. My buddy Bill Murray, DJ Bill, is out there listening. I think Jazzy Cat's out there listening. I have a lot of friends listening. And what the sad part is? The musicians love the show. The musicians love everything we're doing all week long. The hipsters know what's going on and they're into it. It's just, we're trying to break through to the everyday market, the guys who we could help. We're here to help you guys. Two-Tone, if you're listening, phone in. I want to talk to you. I want to see what we can do to help you out.
Yeah, we want people phoning in, phoning
Yeah.
in and participating. So the complex thing is getting the link out, getting people to click on that link and
Yeah, it's
realize.
easy.
One thing too, when I
You don't
say,
even, we've made it so easy, you don't even have to click anymore. All you have to do is say to your smart device, I
yeah,
want to listen to the TTT radio network.
yeah. Well, there's
Boom.
kind of funny is when I say radio, people think about, like the radio.
Yeah.
I have to specify it's internet
Internet.
radio.
Yeah,
And that's where we are in the world, and people are
Yep.
now going to catch on. They're
That's
catching
right.
up. We can be anywhere we want in the world.
Yep.
So let's get some audience people from other countries. My goodness.
Okay,
they're-
you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna play a bit now. It's only it's a little under 2 minutes. It's how everybody can listen to the station. Easiest way to get to TTT. We have an app that goes on your smartphone.
Yeah.
All you have to do is download the app. So I'm gonna play that bit now, so you guys know how to find us. And it's real easy. Get the TTT mobile app. It's simple. It's simple. It's simple. Here we go.
Yeah, it's like that little question that you
Yeah.
asked about how come, things aren't happening on day one. Well, there's some real logistical problems.
They're all. You know what, Dave? Kids have to eat.
Phone, talk to us. What do people feel about that? How can we find that information to give back to people?
Yep.
There's a discourse that we need to have.
Yep.
There's a lot of misinformation still. Can you imagine the shadow that's still hanging over everything that we're doing, the garbage that we're having to deal with from years? The executive orders, they're going to help, but they're not going to move it forward fast enough for some of us.
Right.
And I get these really weird things. Like a friend of mine said, well, we're going to lose, 65,000 jobs in oil and gas. And it kind of took me aback. I thought about it. So I did just a minor amount of research. And what I told him was, first of all, 2 days in office doesn't mean he's going to stop all the oil and gas. There's no doubt about that. You can't do it that fast. But the
Hold on.
second was I did a little research, and you know what? Last year, that's a different thing, different administration. Last year they were putting freezes on oil leasing, and they were concerned about losing jobs. So it really
Hold on.
cutting the cord.
Okay, that was Professor Lee telling us how to get the TTT mobile app. There's no excuse for you guys not to make your life easy now. Just download the app. So, Bill Murray, my buddy Bill's out there, okay? And he said that Biden's, wait. He said now now this is a guy who's living, wow, those are cute pups. We have a,
Look at Morrow. He's in heaven. Look at those little doggies.
So, okay,
These
so
are our
we
new
have
family
a,
members. We got them last Saturday.
Yes.
Oh, they just love you. Look at these guys.
We were
Okay,
driving
so
down to
Bill-
Las Cruces last week
Bill
and kept
Murray
losing
says
the
that it's the
signal.
blame game. They're playing the blame game now, and I think he's right. Those are you call those dogs? Buzzy, Buzz, hut. Wait, I'm going to show you a dog.
No,
Anyway, so
This is
anyway,
Newman and this is Tucker.
wow, come over here. So
yeah,
that's
there.
Fuzzy.
Aw.
That's Fuzzy.
Ha.
Yeah, that's his name, Fuzzy. He's the sweetest dog
Fuzzy?
in the world. Yeah. He was a rescue dog too.
Cool.
What are the names of your little guys, Morrow? What's their names?
This is Newman and this is Tucker. We were looking for another schnauzer for our current schnauzer, Snuggler, who is outside at the moment because he's mostly blind and mostly deaf. And our other dog died on Halloween Day.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
these two have been since Newman was born. He's 5 and he's 10,
Oh, well.
and they were in Las Cruces. And the previous owners, the wife died unexpectedly in October, and the husband works 3 weeks out of the month on the north slopes of Alaska.
Oh,
So
wow.
he hadn't worked because he didn't want to leave the dogs alone.
Sure.
And it was really heartbreaking for him to not have his doggies anymore, but he just couldn't do it because he had to get back to work.
Right.
So they put them up for adoption, and I had the Schnauzer setting, everywhere I put it, if Schnauzer came up, please let me know. So this one came up, and then they said they're bonded, so they have to go together. And we're like, okay, we'll take both of them.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And you guys, and it's really nice that you guys took the 2 of them.
Yeah. So now our other little puppy has company. It's been a week. They're still getting used to everything because, they were kind of ripped out of their home that they always knew, both of them from birth. And Newman seems to be settling in a little bit better.
Yeah.
Tucker's still a little bit more nervous, but he's settling in.
Well,
And Snuggler likes the company, so we're happy.
okay, I'll show you my 2. Ian, Oliver, come over here. These are my 2 pets.
What's that, man?
Ian and Oliver.
Yeah.
They came as a pair too. This one we've had for 11 years, and this one we've had for 8.
Cool.
This
Hi,
one's
guys.
vicious. This one's vicious and bites.
He's got that sweet little face, and that always hides the vicious bite.
I
Huh?
know. Look at the head of hair on this guy. I wish I had that head of hair.
I did at one point.
I know. Okay, guys, out of here. So yeah, these are the reason I'm late today. They tripped me up this morning. So what's going on? Any news out there? Anything good happening? Anything in Albuquerque?
Let's see. Community is still just, kind of going along. There's not much happening because nothing's open. We have a temporary roommate who turned 21 in December, and of course really couldn't celebrate. So he's kind of, he was disappointed about that, but we are hanging out with him. We're selling him one of the cars we got at our car shop. So we're going to go later and pick the car up and make sure everything's ready to go so we can get it registered on Monday for him. Started a new job last week, and he was rejected by his family, which was sad. But, he can have chosen family rather than blood family if that's what happens.
Yeah. Sometimes
So
it's better.
I'm sorry?
It's usually better. These are people that really want to be there,
Yeah. He started a new job a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
All of us stop making
And
noise.
He's doing
Stop
well.
making noise. Good. Where's he working?
It's a kitchen and bath design place.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Okay.
he lost his job in November at a restaurant, and was very close to being homeless. And we're like, no, we can't let that happen. So he is here with us for a while, and he may eventually move into one of our apartments. So
Nice.
once we're just letting him help him get back on his feet. Now he's got a new job.
Nice.
He'll go to full time in another week, I guess. He's still in training, and then he gets to go full time, and things will be better for him.
Good for him. Dave,
So-
what's going on with Australia? How are your friends doing there?
They've had some windstorms, and things are moving along. Check it out. You want to buy some sheep? I want
I do. Yeah, I do.
Yep. to get some sheep.
I don't want the whole sheep. I don't want the whole sheep. I just want like the lamb chops.
Right. So things are moving along, actually. I've got a partner over there now that I'm working with. He's got some good sized chunk of land. And so we're thinking about splitting it and kind of moving that direction and kind of moving out of the city. And, you'll be getting free lamb chops for the rest of your life.
And also, I know a lot. I know more. I think you brought this up, but a lot of friends of mine are, well, they can't do it now, obviously, but they're considering making a move to Spain.
Yes.
Spain,
Spain's
yeah,
on-
Spain would be marvelous.
But Spain's on the list now for some reason. It's very, very popular.
Well, if you ever been to Spain, you'd know why. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it's absolutely beautiful.
it's incredible.
Yeah, but I guess
Many
it's
parts
good,
of it remind me of New Mexico.
yeah, I guess it's very, very,
Very much.
yeah, I guess it's easy to live there money wise. And,
Yeah.
and also, I guess they're good to their people. which is real important.
Yeah,
I think
Madrid
it's-
was only slightly more expensive than Albuquerque. I'd say it was less than Santa Fe.
Yeah.
You know, people there, we did a tour with a guy who's an architect, and he
Uh-huh.
gave us a rooftop tour of Madrid, which was amazing. He was a gay man, and he actually approached us on Scruff, which was really funny. Scruff is like Grinder, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
another,
yeah,
yeah. But so the morning we got there on a Monday morning, and he sent us a message. Hey, if this is inappropriate, please just delete it. But I do tours, and I saw you guys are just visiting. You know, if you want to take it, I'm going to do a rooftop tour tomorrow morning. If you guys would like to come along. I asked Andy, and he's like, hell yeah. So we did all the rooftop pictures. It was wonderful. Went into some places that we would never have had access to. It was on the Gran Via, the main avenue in Madrid that they established. I think he said around like 1880s, 1890s. They literally ripped like part of the city up to make this grand avenue for it. So it's really pretty. And, you know, he was a great guy. There was one other guy on the tour. We ended up at there's a hotel that has a sky bridge with over a section of it. And so you're just looking down like 15, 20 stories on a glass walkway. So we took some pictures on that. It was really fun. And we drove all over the place. We went to Malaga. That's where my attorney was. We stayed in the suburb called Torremolinos, which is like a gay suburb. There's actually a gay hotel there, and a lot of gay people live there. It's very popular around Europe. That's where a lot of people go, is Malaga. We went to Gibraltar,
Yeah,
which is a little colony of England there in Spain. You know, and Spain can't complain too much about it because they have two colonies in Africa, two cities that are Spanish,
Yeah.
but they're in Africa.
right.
We
Don't
went
we have
to,
a sister, isn't Santa Fe, or is it Albuquerque, a sister city to someplace in Spain?
Yeah, Santa Fe's a colony of Albuquerque.
Andy said
No,
Santa
no.
Fe is a colony of Albuquerque. No, there is, Albuquerque is a sister
No.
city of, I think it's Sevilla, but I don't remember for sure.
No.
Let me look.
So anyway, I'm thinking of renaming the show to Jewish Space Lasers. What do you think?
Well, somebody asked me, can't you use your space since you're Jewish now? Can't you use your space lasers? And I said, I'm a new Jew. You know, I don't get in on the secrets yet.
Yeah, you gotta be one of us old guys.
Yeah, exactly. You've been around forever. You got to do the, you know,
Yeah,
you get up to the
yeah.
space laser and
Yeah.
target it.
I did
Yeah.
my 40 years. I did my 40 years of wandering in this friggin' desert out here.
Time to go to space and shoot lasers at people.
Yeah. So I was really thinking of renaming the show Jewish Space Lasers Saturday mornings. You know,
Somebody will think it's a Mel Brooks production.
I know. Isn't that silly? Well, that's great. Mel Brooks, man, I saw a Mel Brooks special this week, actually, a documentary on Mel Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
What a funny man. He was an incredible man.
yeah.
We met him and Anne Bancroft, his wife. It was 1987. My ex and I were in Paris and eating at this beautiful restaurant. And here comes this man and this woman. She's beautiful and elegant, and he's a short little guy. And
Yeah.
this was 1987, and he was wearing a powder blue leisure suit. And she was very elegant in like an evening dress. And we're like, how did you let him out of the house that way?
Right.
And I went, oh, it's Mel Brooks. He's going to do what he wants anyway.
That's
So they
right.
sat next to us, and they were really genuinely sweet. They were really nice. We got to talk to them for a while, you know, told them we love your movies, and both of them, you know, Anne Bancroft and Mel Brooks. But yeah, it was just a genuinely wonderful evening because, you know, we just sat there and we chatted back and forth with him the whole evening.
Yeah, he's a brilliant man. Brilliant. He's brilliant. She was, you know, she was like beautiful. She was so elegant.
Yeah, she really is.
Yeah.
He's a little bit nuts. He's kind of like, you know, if you're like the dog and Up, he'd be talking to you all of a sudden like squirrel. He'd have to be on a different topic.
Yeah. I know. Laura tells me I'm like that. That's how I am. Really, I can't keep a thought in my head for more than 40 seconds anymore. it makes for some real fun conversation. So Andy, I gave you like almost top billing this week, and I don't even see you in the videos.
Andy,
Yeah.
come here for a second.
Plus, listen, I want you guys to realize, I mean, I'm not gay, but look, you see this thing behind me?
Uh-huh.
This green thing? That is
Yep.
that's not my furnishing. We do not have green drapes in my house.
Ah,
That's a green screen, I promise. Even though I'm not gay, I do have some taste.
How you doing, Andy?
What's up? What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
You didn't hear that? He said he
Good,
gave you top
good.
billing this week.
Yeah, look,
What?
take a look at the promo. You're up there with
Oh
Mauro.
shit, dude. Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I was
No,
He was
no, it's
being
no
grumpy
problem.
this morning. He's like, I don't want
Yeah,
to do that.
no, I've been tired and
That's me too. This week,
exhausted, and
this week, for some reason, this is the week that if I could have started life over again, I would have. This week, this last week was the week. Now, let me ask you guys a question. How come I can't keep my drag queens in line?
Oh.
Because they're drag
It's like
queens.
herding cats, my friend. If you can figure it out, let us know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let us
okay.
know.
You ever tried to put a cat in a dryer? Uh-uh.
I know. I
That's what's gonna
actually I
happen.
did yesterday. No, I'm just
You put the-
fooling.
It must be
Did it
really
turn out
fluffy now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so the
guess-
city in Spain that Albuquerque is sister cities with is Albuquerque.
Yeah. Okay. I knew.
Yeah,
I knew
which we went
something
to.
was up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then we're
Cool, yeah.
also Ashgabat, Turkmenistan, Chihuahua, Guadalajara, Helmstedt, Germany, Hualien, Taiwan, Lanzhou, China, Lusaka, Zambia, Rehovot, Israel, and Sasebo, Japan. So we've got quite a few sister
Awesome.
cities.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah,
We like that.
Albuquerque, Spain was very similar to Albuquerque, New Mexico, except they have a medieval
Yeah.
castle and they take
Oh, okay.
siesta
Cool.
Yes,
and they,
in the cities, it's not such a big deal, but in the small towns, they take their siesta seriously.
Oh,
We
yeah.
kept driving into towns like around 2, 3 o'clock and nobody on the streets, everything boarded up. We're like, is this town deserted? And about
Right.
4:30, things start opening back up.
Yeah.
So when we were in Albuquerque, we stopped at this little bar restaurant that was the first place that opened up for lunch. And so we went in there and I was wearing my New Mexico or my Albuquerque t-shirt with the red and yellow colors. And the owner came over and he said, are you from Mexico? And I said, New Mexico. And he points to his refrigerator at the bar and he had a little New Mexico state flag magnet on his window. I mean, on the refrigerator. So it was
yeah,
really
it's pretty
cool.
Well,
By the way, I still owe him a t-shirt, so I have to get that out to him.
You better do it.
Yeah, it's been 15 months since we've been there. I think I need to do it.
He forgot.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, I'm getting these face masks from a record company in California that their new single is called Wrap Your Bamboo.
Yeah.
So that's what's on the face masks. So if anybody needs face masks, let me know. They'll be available shortly.
Okay.
You wrap your bamboo face mask.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. A lot of things are going on.
What do they mean by wrap your bamboo?
Don't get anybody pregnant that you don't want to get pregnant.
Okay.
That's
This
pretty
is
cool.
Andy in front of the castle in Albuquerque.
Cool.
Oh, my. God. Look at that.
Cool. Yeah, that's part of the castle wall.
Nice. Very nice.
We knocked, but the Duke wasn't in. And there's
Uh-huh.
Albuquerque itself.
Huh. Wow.
Pretty little town.
Wow. So what do you think about Jewish space lasers?
I
I
love it.
want one.
You
I
know,
want
I
one.
used
How
to,
much-
I used to love Hanukkah because we only had enough space lasers for 1 or 2 days and we made it last for 8.
So how much do they cost? I imagine they're not cheap, right?
Yeah, no, they are. They're cheap because you know what it is. We go to the wholesaler. We don't
Yeah.
buy
Okay.
them from retail. Yeah,
You
go to the
kidding? We
wholesaler.
bargain. We bargain.
We go to the wholesale laser shop and we get them at a discount.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
so it works out for all of us.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go. What do you use your space laser for?
Anything I want.
There you There you go. Is it an app on your phone or something? Or?
Yeah, it's an app. You know,
Okay.
hey, don't fuck with this, Drew.
Got top of the line space laser, man.
I'm waiting for the one to come out that's so precise it can hit somebody's mind and change it.
Yeah.
So we can hit
yeah, I
Margie
know.
Taylor Greene and really like, turn
I
her
know.
around.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, well, right now, you saw my Shepherd, right? You saw my
Yep.
German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because Jews don't usually go for German Shepherds. So right now, we're using our laser to clean the poop out back.
Oh,
That's a great
that's
idea.
smart.
We'll send her address. Can you hit ours too? Since we have 3 of them now.
Yeah, just
There you go.
tell me, just stand back. I don't want to hit anybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, just stand back. It's yeah, those,
If the
you know,
GPS
sometimes
is a
those.
little off, it could be dangerous.
But you know what? Let's face it. You know, people hear about Jewish lasers and everything else. Go to the Book of Revelations, right? Isn't that the book where the arrows come out of Jesus's mouth and he kills thousands of, it's not that far.
That's the pretty funky book, like
Huh.
6-headed dragons and shit like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dragons with people's faces and lions'
Yeah.
teeth. So, so space laser is not that far from there if you think about it.
No,
It's
just
not.
a modern version, I guess.
I mean, that could have
Yeah.
been an alien with his own space lasers,
Yeah,
He could have had a phaser.
and Pence is the new Judas. It's that kind of thing. And
Sure.
let's face it, all this stuff, everything that happened at the Capitol building, that's all related to religious fanatics.
Yep,
That's the
Sure.
whole thing.
it is.
Sure.
So it's not that far of a stretch if you trace it back. It's it's just the way the world. But,
One of which I
Hey,
thought
Moses.
was interesting. That guy with the bull with the horns?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. He wouldn't eat because he couldn't have organic food.
yeah.
So he wouldn't
I would
eat.
said, okay, don't eat. We don't care.
Well, did you hear what the prisoner said? The prisoner said, give him to us. We'll make sure he gets plenty of organic food.
Oh, yeah.
Really,
Straight-
that's true.
straight from the source.
Oh,
That really happened.
Oh,
That really
man.
happened. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, straight from the source, you'll get some organic protein.
Yeah. So,
We got to have organic food so we can have a space laser.
Yep.
I know.
And horns.
I know. Yes, and horns. I know. So, and his
The
mother's
sad part
crying.
was he was actually kind of hot.
He has his mother crying for his mother fights for him.
Yeah,
He's the one that goes to the courts and everything. Because my son needs this, my son needs that, and
yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, which is pretty
Wow.
embarrassing.
right?
Yeah.
Didn't they live in her basement or something?
Something like
Well,
that.
probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I know. So, are you guys gonna watch the Super Bowl tomorrow? It's kind of boring.
No, we're gonna be driving to Pecos to do a wedding.
yeah.
What's
That's
that?
where you have that wedding. Yeah.
Yeah, we joked
Yeah,
about
I
it.
used to work for the Jets and Giants.
That's cool. At the
Oh,
Meadowlands,
wow.
right?
Yeah, the Meadowlands. Yeah, back east.
Up in Jersey.
Wow.
So why are they the
course.
New York Jets and the New York Giants if they're in Jersey?
Yeah, I know. That never made sense, did it? Well, the Jets used to play at a Shea for
Yeah.
a short time.
Yeah,
And yeah. So I don't know. It just it was held there because we never got a bye week. Other stadiums you always get that every other week off.
that's
We
right.
never got that at the Meadowlands because you had one team or the other. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it was hell working there. But yeah, I gave up football. Following football when I was working for them because you really see kind of like the decline of Western civilization when you deal
Yeah.
with football players. You really do.
I gave up smoking weed, so I'm bypassing the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, did you?
Way to go, Andy.
The
There you
Super
go.
Bowl.
Oh,
Wah wah.
such a bad.
Yeah.
It is a bad joke.
I know. So who do you think? What's his name? God, what's his name? The
From where?
quarterback in Tampa.
Tom
I don't
Brady?
know.
Yeah.
Who is the
what do you think? There's a 20-year gap in their age groups between the two.
Seriously. Wow.
Yeah,
It's gonna be the older, the one with experience that has the upper hand, absolutely, I think.
Yeah, I would love to see him lose, though. He deserves to lose.
Yeah,
Is he
definitely.
the one in Florida? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's something about Kansas City that I like.
but
I've
it's the
always liked, I
first,
don't
it's
know.
the first time that team has played in their own stadium for the Super Bowl.
Right.
So the
Oh,
one
yeah,
Super
that's right.
Bowl I got to go to was 1992, and it was the Redskins playing Buffalo. It was the middle one of that 3 streak of Buffalo losing 3 in a row, if you remember that.
Right. Right.
And you know, the Super Bowl is always held in January, and then it was January, now it's February, but in a nice warm place. No, that year was Minneapolis, and it was so damn cold, I couldn't believe it.
You know, I lived in Minneapolis.
Oh,
Did you?
wow.
It's a cool
Yeah, I
city, but
spent-
God, it's winters.
Yeah,
would kill me.
when my son was born, he was a year old.
Oh,
I had a house in New York. Laura and my son stayed in New York. I went to Minneapolis for about a year. You know, I'd fly in and out and, you know, all that crap. But it was so cold there that they built this system of tubes that went from apartment buildings, one apartment building to the next,
Yeah,
and you could travel miles without going outside.
yeah. They call them the
my-
skywalks.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's kinda like-
skywalk.
yeah, the skywalks. Now, my neighbor, the man who had the penthouse above me, was Prince.
Oh,
You're
wow.
kidding. You live below Prince?
Yeah.
What?
Did
Was
you hear a
it
lot of
the
weird
same-
noises?
Yeah. Anyway, he was bizarre. If you would see him in the a street or anything, or you know, in the building, he would put his face in the corner of a wall, and he wouldn't look at anybody. You were
Wow.
not allowed to look at him. This was his second album, I think, Controversy. And you weren't allowed to look at him straight in the eye. I was booking bands in Minnesota. Tina Turner, you know, all these bands were making it big in Minnesota at the time. That was like the hub spot. I was
Okay.
working with like Tom Waits and Shadowfax and these
Wow.
great bands. And
Yeah.
I was doing a I was working for a company that booked concerts out of colleges at the time, and you know, we did all the college tours. So yeah, he was really bizarre. And the building I lived in was the first building on the Mississippi River. You know, the Mississippi goes through Minnesota,
Right.
and across the river was the original Pillsbury building.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Burnt down in whatever the
Oh.
30s or 40s. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
really cool place. You know, Hulk Hogan was hanging out there. It was a big
No way.
yeah, wrestling was huge there. They actually had streets. The major highway was named after, what was that wrestler's name? I'll think of it in a second. But yeah, huge wrestling state.
Uh-huh.
And great place to be. You know, Laura would fly out every 2 weeks, and I'd fly home every 2 weeks, that kind of thing. And
Wow.
yeah, it was great. It was a great place, and I miss it. It was cool.
That is really
cold as
cool.
hell, though. Really
Moses.
cool. You had to put a blanket over your car engine every night
Huh.
and
Wow.
plug it in. You
Yeah.
had to keep. If
You have
not,
to keep the
engine.
car
Yeah, if
warm.
not, the engine blocks would have cracked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
it was
Yeah,
crazy.
it got so cold that the antifreeze would freeze.
Yeah.
And they're going through that right now with that polar, what is it, polar ice blast, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Polar
it was-
vortex.
Yeah, it was insanity.
Like dipped way down there.
Was it Minnesota that had a professional wrestler as a governor
Yeah.
in the late
Yeah.
90s, early 2000s?
Yeah. What's his name?
I was trying to think of his name. Starts with a V, doesn't it?
But
Vince-
it got a lot of national press because he was, you know,
Yeah. Gagne was the wrestler who they all lived. I bet his first name. Gagne was his last name.
uh,
Not the governor, the guy who they named the highways
Right.
after.
okay.
What's his name? Man, the blonde guy was the governor.
Okay.
Um,
I didn't know. I don't know. him,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but huge wrestling. You know, Macho Man was always in the bars, Hulk, and everything else.
Jesse
I lived,
Ventura.
like- Yeah, Ventura. But is there a guy named Gagne? I think that was his name. A wrestler named Gagne. He was the guy who they named all the big roads after.
Let's see.
And Hubert Humphrey was huge.
Vern Gagne.
Vern Gagne, yeah, it was Vern
Yep.
Gagne, yeah. And Jesse Ventura was the governor, and Yeah, Tina Turner had just left Ike. She was making a big comeback then.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Did she,
They used to,
she live there then?
Vernon
yeah, there
Gagnon.
it is.
There
Yep,
he
yep,
is.
yep.
That.
Yep. She lived there for a good couple of months because they were doing a thing in a club called 10th Avenue.
Okay,
I think
Cool.
if you look on MTV, that's where her videos came out back then.
okay.
You can always
Wow.
look them up, but they were doing all her videos then and everything else. It just happened to become the hub there for a while, and it was
Yeah.
everybody's kind of wound up there. I happened to be there just on a coincidence, just happened to be there doing some work. But
Gotcha.
yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
That
And
is
then I had
cool.
a friend who passed away from AIDS many years ago. He was a Jamaican guy named Max Edwards. He had a band called the Soul Syndicate, a reggae band that I worked with. And he wound up in Wisconsin because when he came into America, he went to the state that was WI because he thought it stood for West Indies and it was going to be nice and warm.
Oops.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I remember about all
You
that
know,
stuff.
All the Swedes that settle there, my ex from law school, his name was Jeff Nelson. And all the other SONs there. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I was leaving Sweden, I would not go to a place that's just like Sweden. I would go to
Wait a
like
minute.
Puerto
Wait a
Rico or
minute.
something.
Wait a minute. You brought that up. Have you've been to Minnesota?
Yeah.
The girls were gorgeous when they left you on the way out, but they all had faces like old Vikings. They had beautiful hair, beautiful bodies. They were, but all their faces looked like old Nordic Vikings.
They had the big beards and everything.
Pretty much. I don't know if you noticed that. I used to have nightmares.
Oh, no. Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
so it was like, all the girls look beautiful on the way out.
How funny, man. How funny.
Yeah, but they all had that Nordic look on them, and they, just like not too cute. But
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of work with a lot of guys in Sweden now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my ex, Jeff.
Oh wow. Jeff Nelson. Cool. Wow.
Yeah, he's a good guy. His partner, his husband, they actually got married the day before us.
Oh
They
really?
invited us to their wedding, and we didn't invite them to our wedding, but they were getting married at the same time in Minneapolis.
Uh-huh.
So his ex was in Denver. It's been 2 years now.
Uh-huh.
And he was for some reason got on one of those little electric scooter things. And apparently in Colorado, or at least in Denver, you have to ride on the sidewalk rather than the street.
Really?
And he got on one, and Jeff said he was always like really strict about wearing a helmet and everything. He wasn't wearing a helmet. And they heard a crash, and people turned around, and there he was, crashed, and he had traumatic brain injury.
Oh,
So
my God.
he's in a rehab place. I talked to Jeff yesterday, actually, and he said he is getting better. He's actually being able to speak a little bit. He's actually able to finally use his left and right hand. Where you going?
Okay.
Okay. We'll go get the car later, okay?
Okay.
I'm not sure yet.
Wow.
Okay.
What a freak
So-
accident, huh?
Yeah, it was. So, I mean, they were together, I think they've been together since 1986. So it's, they've been together for a really long time. Jeff was in Colorado this weekend with his brother. His brother lives in outside Denver. So he was there with his brother and sister-in-law, and they went skiing and cross-country hiking and stuff. I mean, Jeff had to put his life on hold basically because suddenly he had not just his partner, but also his mom who has Alzheimer's in a home.
Oh.
So, and of course he can't visit them now with COVID.
Sure.
So it's been really rough on him.
Wow. Yeah, it's insanity out there.
Yeah.
I just kind of, it's funny. Well, it's not funny, but it's this week for some reason, it's getting harder and harder to put up with the rules.
Yeah.
And I know you have to. It's not. You don't have a choice. You have to do it. But But then you see all the stupidity going on. Wisconsin, right? They called everything off. You don't.
Yep.
You don't worry about anything. You don't.
Really? Are their numbers that good, or
No, they're
just?
terrible. They're 47th out of 50
Oh my gosh.
in the shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And But you see, that's what I'm saying. People are just kind of flaunting it into Biden's face that you can't tell us what to do.
Yeah, we're,
That you can't tell us what to do. This is, you know, we
Yeah.
don't care what they call you. You could be the president, you
Yeah.
could be, you know, we don't care. We just don't care.
my attitude is grow the fuck up and start caring, you know?
I know, but you know, you weren't here. You still not in the room yet, Andy. But was telling everybody that Biden promised us he'd be a lot deeper into helping out than we are today. You know, he was supposed to hit the ground running. You know, and,
Mhm.
you know that was his whole thing. It was just
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
I think
happening.
it's really, I mean, it is
That-
hard to get things, I mean, when it's
No,
been so
but-
screwed up for the last 4 years, it takes a while to
but-
get it back to normal.
Well, I mean,
This
my
this guy's the
understanding is that-
president. You know, you buy yourself a legal pad and a pen and you make some notes so that when you do get there, you know something's gonna happen. You know?
Sure, sure.
You know what I mean? You don't expect miracles, but people like Two-Tone, you know, she's up the creek now. She lost all her benefits and everything else. You know, kids that are going to bed without eating. I'm not gonna get back. Let's talk about fun stuff. Jewish
Yeah.
lasers. Jewish lasers.
Yeah, he's gonna rename the show Jewish Laser Show.
Jewish
Space
ladies.
Laser.
Yeah.
I'm
Jewish,
I'm
Jew,
waiting
Jew,
for Ross to come out in ghost form, you know, because that was the
Yeah.
whole.
yeah, Jewish lasers from space every Saturday morning on the TTT radio network. I know. That's great though. That's the gift to get your, you know, your wife this year. That's the new sex toy, Jewish lasers.
Or your
Hanukkah
husband.
gifts.
Husbands would like it too.
Make sure it's a very
Yeah,
low
yeah,
setting.
yeah, Hanukkah
Start it off
gifts.
easy.
Hanukkah gifts.
Would you go with the?
So that's about as crazy as that comment that you should rake the forest, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
It all fits, doesn't it? I mean, it fits
Yeah.
right down the line.
yeah.
Rake
yeah, it
forward.
is.
Hit it with lasers, you know, you can
Uh-huh.
control fires.
Yeah. You know,
Not a-
Laura lights the cigarettes with Jewish lasers.
You gotta be really precise on that one. Or you're not gonna have a nose.
We have little ones too that we charge at night. You just
Cool.
Plug them in overnight so you can use
Can
them
they
again. in
float
the
like little
morning.
drones?
Yeah. So, yeah. What a crazy
One would
world.
fly
we
up,
live
light
in.
your cigarette and fly back off.
I know. So,
Andy would love it
tomorrow-
because he puts candles around the house every night.
Yeah,
And we bought them, it's actually a year now that we bought them because we were in Denver for the Planned Parenthood board meeting last year.
Uh-huh.
It was the last one we got to have in person, by the way.
Yeah.
And we're driving down I-25, we're passing IKEA, and I said, oh, maybe we should stop. And I was kidding. And he's like, yeah, let's stop. And I'm like, oh, crap. So we had to pull a U on the highway, go back to IKEA. And you bought how many?
400.
400 little tea lights, little candles.
sure.
And I think he's used 200 now because he puts them all over the house every night. So we could use a little laser, just go ding, 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 ding.
There you
Yeah,
go,
we used-
lasers.
You know, we used to have an IKEA near us in New Jersey. We used to live in Jersey. And
One in
then-
Newark, right?
Yeah, there was one in Newark by the airport.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember passing it on the highway.
Yep.
Or when you
And,
land at Newark, you could see it.
Yeah, I was managing the part of the Meadowlands at the time, and they called me. Do I want to become a manager for an IKEA? So they called me, and I actually went for the interview, and it was like it was a horror show. You had to know how to fix air conditioners that creep up on the roof and fix, you know. And this was you know, this was 20 some odd years ago. We didn't have our Jewish lasers at the time. So, yeah, so no, I definitely didn't take that job.
This isn't exactly a laser, but it has kind of the same effect.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
You know
Yeah,
what a violet wand is?
no.
So here's the device. And then you take one of these little glass rods that has the metal ending, and you put it in, and then you zap people. You can control it, the intensity of this little button here. It's a lot of fun. I had one and it was stolen from Sidewinders, unfortunately. And our other boy got this for us for Christmas because I told him our old one was stolen. They used to use these. My old one was from the 1920s. They used to use these for people to like help them mentally. They thought it helped if you zap people's brains. So they would like stick it on their brains for a while on their temples like that, and give them electricity. And they thought it would help their psychosis or whatever they're going through. So
Well, okay, so
interesting history that we've taken over.
I have a use for that. I think with the guys that don't wear masks, they don't believe in COVID, before they come in a room, they'd use that, what do you call it? Violet laser. They can just shoot it around, get rid of all the germs and clean up the room.
You know something, you know what? You know what, I was talking to Laura last night. It's even easier than that. If you don't wear a mask, if you don't follow directions, when the $1,400 is handed out, you should get skipped over,
Huh.
right?
Yep.
Well, it's weird.
We're not asking you to do too much. We're asking you to put a mask on and to stay in as much as possible. And to
Yeah.
social
If you wear a mask,
distance.
you don't get it. I'd go for that.
Yeah, if you could do that, it's what you get your 14. If you can't, it's simple. I don't understand why an idiot like me is.
I had a thing, back just a little while ago when it was really cold and Albertsons had to have the line out front.
Right.
So, I've got this beautiful dog and everybody wants to, interact. And the sweetest old woman, I mean, she was a wonderful old lady and she kept getting closer to us and because she just wanted to pet Seamus so much. And I had to get kind of a little tough. I had to kind of put my mask up a little, kind of like, hey, stand back there, kind of, get the space. Well, she was all smiley and, the kind of person that would hug you automatically, and you got to shut it down. You just got to say, hey, you just got to shut it down.
Well, the whole thing is, I always tell people my dog's vicious. He's not. I tell people it anyway. He's definitely not, but I don't want anybody going near him. Let them stay away.
I've got people that when I go shopping, certain people, they really need the dogs. I mean, they need to have some kind of mental adjustment. And Seamus will literally pull away from me and go to some people, and I'll let him go sometime. And he'll go right to him, sniff him up, talk to him, and then he'll come right back to me. So, these guys know what's up. I mean, don't mess with them, don't pet them, don't act like they're just little toys.
Right.
Okay, David, story time. Dave.
Yeah, story time. Oh,
Yeah.
where's my bell? Where's my bell, man?
Ding.
Well,
Well, I have a question to ask you because, I've been talking a lot about the little prairie dogs and how they operate and the horse with the spot. And I'm kind of wanting to go into the air a little bit. I want to get up there and do kind of oversee. So I decided to shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
And today we're gonna talk about basically why the red-tailed hawk has a red tail. So this is my story. So this red-tailed hawk, we call him red-tailed hawk now, but he didn't used to be red-tailed hawk. He was just a hawk. Like to gather in large groups, and they gather and they like to see what's up. They like to share information and they like to move around because they can soar across the land, look down. And this Atsitsoy, who was a red-tailed hawk, Atsitsoy, he was up there cruising around. And you know what? He noticed that the guy next to him was over here would suddenly take off and go higher. And he wanted to go higher too. So he spread his wings and get bigger, and he couldn't make it. He couldn't get up there. And he spread his wings and he couldn't get up there. So when they were all back there at the meeting place and they're all talking about, yeah, I had a great rabbit, man. That was delicious. And I had a little quail. And everybody talks about the quail. And the guy who was doing the rabbits, he goes, they're really tough to catch because they move so fast. Well, here our little at Sweetso, he said, you know what? I know how to catch them. And they go, oh, really? No, you don't know. You can't get up high enough to come down on them. And he goes, I don't have to. He said, what I do is I have spent all this time polishing my back feathers. And those back feathers are getting shinier and shinier and shinier. And they're even so shiny now that they reflect kind of a red glow to them. And if I spread them out, the rabbit freezes in place. They go, no, you're going to have to show us this one. So sure enough, the next day they're up hunting, early morning, rabbits are out running around. And there's a guy up there just above the guy with the beautiful tail. The guy with the beautiful tail spread his tail out and the rabbit froze in place. And his friend dove down on him and they shared that meal together. And from then on, they were saying, wow, this guy with the tail is pretty special. And we call him the red-tailed hawk. We're going to make him even more special because his medicine is strong. He gets you to stop and think. He gets you to look up and remember that there is life, that there is a stillness in your heart. You just got to be careful of the guy that's above him. And that's my story.
Cool.
Yeah, well,
So yeah, there's a little lesson. You know, I've been struggling, as you know, when we start talking about politics and so on and so forth. And, you know, the voices that are out there speaking that people are following, that are just absurd notions about how to live life. And here we, you know, like I was thinking earlier, that when I take a shower now, I come out and I feel clean. I don't feel dirty anymore. Like I've got to ward off all this crazy talk and everything. And I'm hoping that it disappears because really our country's headed in the right direction. We're in my birthday month. My birthday month says proceed forward, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Middle of the month. I'll remind you again.
Okay.
I'm sure you will.
It's a cute
So you know
Yeah.
what,
to
so in
come
other
in.
words, this is the second year I'm not gonna be sending you a present.
Oh, that's
What
right. Little story. My mom used to come into the house and, you know, she would,
what day is your birthday?
19, yeah. And I'll be 70.
What?
Wow.
Happy fucking birthday, man.
Oh,
I'm so happy to be 70. It's a nice round number, you know, got a nice
Right.
7 in there and a 0 on the end. And
Yeah.
Seamus turned 10 in January, so he's 70 in dog years. So we're of the same age right now.
There you go.
Yeah, we grown together. We have a hard time getting up, you know, got a little bit. You get used to people not listening to you, you know, you get used to being quiet, you know, thinking about things and having an opinion and never sharing it because, you know, why?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I had a question, Mauro, about your shop. You know, how
Uh-huh.
many do you have down there in your shop?
How many employees?
You know, how many cars, employees? Yeah.
Oh, cars we have, let's see. We're working on a 72 Jeep, a 79 Buick Skyhawk, an 82 Jeep Wagoneer, a 72 Mercedes 250, a 73 Ford Country Spire sedan or wagon, that's huge.
And by work on,
Um,
he means
A Corolla, baby, quiet.
shut it.
Shut it.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't get to talk in this section. 2001 Toyota Corolla, a 1983 Ford F-150 that's just gonna be parts, and then a 95 Ford F-150 they think we finally got running again.
Well, you know, I was saying, you know, what would really be a nice show for us would be instead of sitting in like me in this nice warm fireplace in my house is, you know, Andy, you, Mauro, and I could meet down at your shop. I've got my mobile phone. I can Zoom from there and we could do a little tour of this shop. What do you think of
That'd be
that?
fun.
I love that.
Yeah, that'd be very fun.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like kind of get the word out because where are you located again? I thought it was an interesting spot.
It's near the Costco on Eubank. It's just north of the Nuclear Museum and there's a big track and field as part of Kirtland Air Force Base. So
Right.
we like it because when it's warm, all the Air Force boys go jogging by.
Yeah, and you're next to that nuclear museum. We could get a space
Exactly.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, we could jump on one of the missiles and go up and take care of our space lasers.
Yeah.
Put it on one of your cars. We reflect it back and forth, you know, we could do some good stuff
Well,
with that.
the whole problem with that is you have to be circumcised to mess with these lasers.
Okay. Okay.
You don't have to because that was disbanded. You know that.
Yeah, but still.
It was.
Well, you see, Dave, there is a little leeway, but not on that one. There is a little leeway, but if you want to mess with the, if you want to,
Look at me. Here I am.
if you want to mess with the laser, you got to get a little snip. Yeah,
That's funny.
so just there are rules. I'm sorry.
Yep, yep, there are definitely rules.
Yep. Okay, so gentlemen, I'm going to let everybody go and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Well, gee.
Yeah, we got to groom a dog. I have to write wedding vows. We have to go pick up the car for the kid. Bunch of
Hey,
different stuff.
I need somebody to do some body work. You know somebody?
What do you need?
Just a small just on my rear light needs a little work on it.
Huh?
Jim might know somebody.
Yeah, he's got guys that work with him at his shop.
Yeah.
At his day job.
Yeah, I'll talk to
He
you about
probably
it.
has somebody.
I'll talk to you about it offline.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds
good.
great.
So
Everybody
guys,
have
have
a
a good-
Saturday.
Yeah. Also, I want to talk to you guys about doing some fun shows, like late at night type stuff, where
That'd be fun.
where the kids are tucked in and that kind of thing. And,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. So not that we're far from that now, from what we're doing today, but
Yeah, we've talked about, you know what? You could use a space laser to circumcise somebody.
we do that.
I think you'd have to get special certification though.
That's
I
what
don't
those
think-
burn marks are. Okay, I got it.
We have it. Do you remember when Saturday Night Live had the rabbi doing circumcisions in the back of the car to show you how smooth the car rode?
Yes, that was hilarious. You can still find that on YouTube, actually. I showed it to some people.
Yeah. I know. It was great, right?
That's hilarious.
What car was that ad for? Was it a Ford or what was it? I'm trying to
I think
remember.
it was a Lincoln.
Lincoln, okay.
It was a
I
real
think-
ad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
No,
was it
it was on Saturday Night
Okay,
Live.
okay.
Yeah. Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah,
Gotcha.
check it out, guys. So look,
I was-
stay safe, and we'll talk during the week. And let's get our thinking caps on, and let's get rolling here.
I really want to meet with us, just like this, off camera, off air.
Sure.
I think it's important. We've got a lot of things going on, and I've got ideas that are just busting through my head.
Okay. And you're 70, so you better write them down because you're not going to be able to remember them. Okay, my friends, stay safe, and we'll talk during the week.
Sounds
There we
good.
go.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
It was Dan
Mauro,
Aykroyd.
Abby, David, and I'm sorry that we missed Brett today, but he should be with us next week. Stay safe, everybody, and we're going to play some Buddy Miles.
Cool.
All right. Take care, Mauro.
You too. Bye-bye.
And we always have to beg and plead. We never have no rest of signs. We can never do what we please, no. I said we got
1, 2. The one and only Buddy Miles. We've got to live together. Great, great tune. While we're in that same mode, let's hit over to a little Ray Charles from the Atlantic label. Buddy borrowed a lot of from that sound, and this one is "Nighttime is the Right Time." In a honky in a honky tonk down in Mexico. She wears a red bandana, her face a Tobiana. What it is, what it is, what it is. That song called.
On the way, y'all. Come by my side. Will you help me along? I just might rise up and carry on. You got to feel, let's feel it. Down in my bones. You got to feel, let's feel it. Oh, down in my bones. You got to feel, let's feel it. Down in my bones. I feel a mighty strong spirit having me alone. And my heart, in your body and soul. Lord, in my heart, I feel it up. In your body and soul. And my heart, it's in my body and my soul. And in my heart, you got to get that. Oh, I got to move. You got to get that. Oh, I got to move. You got to get that. Oh, I got to move. I got a feeling in my soul, and I got to move. You got to take your time. Oh, I'm already up. You got to take your time. Oh, I'm ready to go, y'all. You got to take your time. Oh, I'm already up. I'm ready with my feeling, and I'm ready to go. You got to feel that feeling down in my bones. Oh, down in my bones. Feel that feeling down in my bones. I feel a mighty strong baby, let me alone. So, in my heart, in your body and soul. Oh, in my heart, I feel it. In your body and soul. In my heart. It's in my body and my soul and in my heart. Oh, I got to move. Oh, I got to move. I got Everybody talking about they got a light. Somebody tell me now, where is a good God? Yeah, how you must be walking on it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me hear them all. Yeah, you got to let your light shine. Light is only light. Yeah, you know we're living in the world of darkness. In all this way to reach reality, you know we got to. High. You got to let your light shine. Shine, come on. You got to let your light shine. All right. Now listen. All you hear is our lesson. All you see is hush and holy. We got to let our light shine. Shine, come on. We got to let our light shine. Let your light shine, let your light shine, come on and let your light shine, shine everywhere, come on and let it shine, come on and let it shine, shine on your friends, shine on your neighbors, shine on your sisters, shine on your brothers, shine out, let it shine, shine good God, let it shine, come on and let it shine, everybody gotta let it shine, everybody gotta let it shine, hold your light high, hold your light high, come on and let it shine, come on and let it shine, shine everywhere, shine everywhere, shine everywhere, shine everywhere, come on and let it shine, come on and let it shine, let it shine, good God, let it shine, let it shine.
Barking anyway.
Hello, Uncle. Who's it? Who is this, Uncle? It's me now, Uncle. How is America, Uncle? How is the States now? Get up a conclusion. Get up a commotion. Get up individualism. America to this, America to that, America go here, America to there. That is what they say. Oh, yeah. It's just up in New York. In the covers of Europe, on the streets of Lagos, in the streets of New York, in the covers of Europe, on the roads of Lagos, everybody they talk, oh, we are precious, so they confused, oh, this is America, let's speak up, oh. See you or me on the next one we had. Let's speak up like my next son anymore. America. Can't be every brother. I can't be people. Is it what I'm looking on? In him making house. On the street, he's in photo.
One, two. Okay, guys, I'd like to thank you for spending your Saturday morning with me. And that's about it. It's going to close out in a moment. And we'll be back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. So if you want to spend the Super Bowl Sunday with me, instead of watching the game, we'll be playing some cool stuff, playing some new music and talking to some people, things like that. So we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
Alien with no paper, with no paper. Talk with small folks, talk with writers, talk with downrights, talk with crazy too. He must to say, this is America. I'll go America now. But I must not forget, I'll go. Let's make
Let's go for a walk. Would that be you? See him lift me off the seat above my ass. He stick his nose under my ass. Right, lift it. Okay, we're going a second. We're gonna go. Okay, so that's done. I started a wash,
Was yours thinking up there?
but it's not heavy.
Is it loaded evenly, like the weights?
I think so. All it is underwear and shirts and shit like that. Nothing heavy in that. He must have fucked it up already. Hey, what's with her? She looks a little dangerous today. Huh? Real grumpy today. Huh? Yeah, you know what? I just realized I'm out of fucks today too.
No left.
Come on, Mr. Foster. You see him?
People like that. People like that shit. No.
Come on, where we going? Tell mommy where we're going.
Where you going? Are you going for a walk with Daddy? The boys gone? What?
They're not even dressed. Let's see. Phone. Where's my head?
Oh, you're blowing.
It's not cold here. Even to wash that shit, it stinks. That fucking vest is like reeks. Wash it.
Oh. What's on? Really? I'm shocked. I guess it's possible. What's a hanger steak?
What? Hanger steak?
Yes.
It's the bottom. Remember this, when we used to go to Major's? The steaks are cheaper, that restaurant in the East Meadow. It's the hanger. It goes, it's only the best piece of the steak. There's like a little piece, looks like a hanger on it.
Oh, really?
Just cut that. That is very, it's inexpensive. But it's a great piece of steak.
I don't know if I've ever seen it in the supermarkets.
And yeah, I can find shit here. I'll see a butcher probably. I don't know if you can find it anywhere. Actually, I'll see a butcher. It was, yeah, they were cheaper. It was a cheaper cut, but it was a very good cut. Look how fat my face looks. My face looking distorted. Yes.
You can tell me carving out Brussels sprouts.
That's good.
Yeah, it's the sandwich I served.
Yeah.
Just have to make a brisket first.
This is,
The phone? The gloves?
what?
Your gloves?
Yeah, it's not cold. Come on, folks.
Rebecca. Rebecca? Rebecca?
Started, this was not the original one I wanted to go with. It went downhill real quick, and you're gonna watch it. So it's not, just like the operating did. I guess I'll just keep that. show us something. Right on the edge. Stuck to that liner, so it's not. So I'm just wiping off. I don't think I should have put that liner. Or it could be that. Start over. So I'm just using my. Let's try it. Oh, I like this. This is not the big house. That's a new. Having a very difficult time.
Get the fuck away.
Where's Papa?
What's calling you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I my earphone.
Oh. What's that for a cup of coffee with me?
Does he have breakfast? No, he needs something different. You need a real life. Real life. Some couches, you can have a salad. I guess it's salad. One down, one down, that's all the dishes that were in my room. Oh, let's see. You want any more potatoes or mashed potatoes from last night?
So now I gave you and you gave last portion.
You gave Dad the last portion. I'm gonna have some more meatloaf and mashed potatoes. You fix one of me? Can you make me anything? But Papa's done?
What?
Papa's done?
She's gonna have to go water. She better want to go.
Oh, yes. Children, I need you in here so I can feed you. What kind of sandwich would you like? You said yes to the sandwich, now what do you want? Where does all this go?
I'm not having that bread.
Holly, do you care if you have it on a tortilla? Everybody, one slice.
Kids don't eat it, and I don't understand.
Well, there's not even 2 slices for a sandwich. You guys used up all the honey I just bought? I didn't.
Not this.
Ollie, do you want your peanut butter and jelly on a tortilla? You want your peanut butter and jelly on a tortilla?
Yes, please.
After you've had your sandwich, you can have dessert. Ian, what do you want me to make you for lunch? I'll have some more what? Wait, Ollie, Ian's talking. I'll have more meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Meatloaf and mashed potatoes. But there's no more mashed potatoes because Dad has a lot of. Okay, I can make you a quick mashed potato. Thank you. In the meantime, while I'm cooking your guys' lunch, don't just sit there on your phones or your tablets. There's a living room that needs to be clean. What? I cannot hear you. Come here. Your tortilla cut? If you want it that way, yeah. You can pause. What? What? I don't want to tortilla. I asked you, is it okay on a tortilla? I don't have bread.
They're just supposed to show he wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah.
Because he's male and he's got testosterone. That affects rational thinking. Don't you think?
Something. No, there's no way that living room is clean. You're not gonna like what I have to say. And that's just the things I could see right offhand.
When it's all done. I said, is your room done now? To walk in and look at it and say it's done. She gives me one of these. And that gets mad at me because he didn't do it well enough for your approval.
Cut it out. Ian, come here.
Ollie, where you going with that plate?
Mom, I don't care if you don't like it. It's gotta be done. Yeah. I already said, Ian, put your jacket in the closet. I said I will. He kept saying not. He knows I will.
And what will happen if he says not? I can't, how many times a day? So what? So what, so I called you a princess. You heard that story?
You know,
Being named Sophie, always says something like, "Oh, the princess is making himself tea. Are you waiting for your husband to do?" However, he's a very good ship. So what happened? Are you princess? Are you looking for us just because I was sent to look for us? No. Well, I said, walk away. I said, walk away. A person can't fight by themselves. They'll lose interest. I don't understand how people can be so smart. Stupid on others. Before we moved to Albuquerque, Florida is up. Oh, Dad was already,
yeah. Yeah.
they played a little one,
I guess,
big one,
oh, you like catfish, right?
we all slices. Look what I did here.
It looks very nice.
Look. There's actually a list of what's in here and what spices are in the garage.
Okay,
Mostly what's in the garage is stuff we don't use a lot and duplicates and triplicates
okay.
of the same spices that were in
What do
here.
we have to pick some records of?
We had. I don't know. Some of them I combined. And they're like all over it. It's like, you must have remembered you needed it at one point and I just kept buying it.
Yeah.
Oh, we need that. Or I can go back a week later. Oh, we needed that. And if you can't reach it while you're here, I made it so that you can actually take it off and look at it and put it back.
It only took me almost 2 hours to get to the hallway in the washroom room.
I'm sitting in bed with early last night, watching TV. And Dan comes up and he's gonna be taking an oatmeal bath. Karen sends him some, oatmeal.
Oh, Ollie, your lunch is ready.
So I'm sitting there minding my own business on bed. And Dan sticks his head out to the hallway.
I have my tablet.
So he's
We'll charge
I'm
it.
watching him.
I charged mine.
Opens up the door and sticks his head out. And all of a sudden, I hear him scream. And then I hear Matt scream. I said, what the fuck just happened? So I stuck my hand to ask Matthew something, and he's standing there naked, bending down by the washing machine. And his balls are hanging down to his knees. and his penis is hanging down to the floor, and he's giving this description. He's giving him way too much credit there. And I said, really? And I said to him, so I was lucky enough not to see that, and now I can't get the description out of my head, because you have to tell it to me in such detail. Seems like he can make me frightened the whole night like that.
You know, like, the dad's all the way to try to tell her. Like, I don't even wanna know what that was.
You know, it's just to me.
I know.
I just see walking around neighborhood down the around. Yes, they all got the same price, but they really don't need to see their father's shit hanging out.
It's a good thing I didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Rare. I would.
I love this whip butter. I love the whip butter. I just wish it was softer.
Yeah.
I swear. You said I swear it was.
I want you boys to stop arguing now. You bicker like a couple of old
We're
kids.
not. We're not.
You am.
Not.
Am.
Oh wait, that's what Papa says about me and you.
What?
That we bicker like both women.
Who says that?
Papa.
About you
Whenever
and
we
me?
fight.
That you and me?
Yeah.
No, you know what the problem is? I tell you to do something and then you argue back. You're that's disrespectful.
Wait.
We're
Dad.
not supposed to be arguing back.
Wait.
We're not
Wait.
bickering.
Wait.
Oliver.
Wait. Want to fight, Ollie? I'll give you a fight.
Yeah.
Fight. What? Fight.
Stop.
Shut up, Ollie. Mom.
What?
I just don't want Oreos.
I can't hear you.
I just don't want Oreos.
Okay, what do you want?
Nothing.
Yes.
There's a couple things.
It was right out there. I don't know where it is now.
No, I need stuff in the box.
Can you go get your cup? Go get your cup in, please.
Oh, I didn't get into the Mario.
You're out.
All over it.
You need. You're over here? What? What do you need? Water? I'm not, you know what, smoke water. It's smoke me and you just go.
Mom, can I have a tortilla and half of a tortilla tomorrow?
Wait, what?
Half of a tortilla today and half of a tortilla tomorrow. Could I, Mom? Mom,
Are you saying you only want half a sandwich?
Mom, have you seen it?
What?
Mom,
No.
Mom, I left it in the oven. I left it in the oven.
Then it probably got tossed. I don't know.
Okay. Can you make me a new one? This one?
Yeah.
That's what I'm using from now on.
No.
Both are hot, Ian.
What?
Both are hot.
Okay. Mom,
Yes.
Have half today and half tomorrow.
You need to eat. That's not a lot, Ollie.
Have half today and half tomorrow.
No, you need to eat what you can today.
Mhm.
No, because then you're gonna be crying in a little bit that you're hungry and you need a snack.
Mommy, won't.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you help me on
Because we just was getting a pound
that Lego Batman game part
last
one.
night. Believe
I
it?
got the main one. ODC villains. Yeah. I wonder how that's got it.
It's good meatloaf. I mean, you make a good meatloaf.
Oh, and my character has super speed. Also, lasers. And how he got his powers? He was using some of his powers because he never used them before. Because he has powers which was speed. So then he had to headed. He had to collect.
What do we ask? I just couldn't answer him at 10.
He
not
and
as
then
good as
he went inside his body. Then everything exploded.
What color does this container cover?
I want to say blue.
Mom. I was doing my tortilla, but then this happened. Look, Mom.
So eat it, Ollie. Nothing's gonna happen if it's so fragile. How's your potatoes? Good.
Mom.
Yes.
I'm full.
2 more bites, Oliver, and then I'll say you're done. And they can't be weenie bites either.
I couldn't have it. Mom.
What?
I got my first one. Mom.
Okay.
I took my second one. Mom.
What? Oh,
I took my second one.
yeah. Ollie, cut us out. Oliver, take care of your plate.
What? Can you go? You go,
Yeah, figure it out. And we'll make something happen, we'll get something going, just a matter of, you know, how we come up with. Yeah. Okay, so you watching the game tomorrow night? Yeah. What's there, a 20-year difference, right? Yeah. Plus that kid, that kid's 20 years younger. Yeah. Okay. Why doesn't yeah, but why doesn't Handel's stepkid pay for cable? He's living for free. Yeah. Sure. Mhm. Well, yeah. Yep. Okay, well, they'll do what you're doing. I'll give you a yell later tomorrow or something, and we'll catch up. Yeah. Be good. Bye-bye.
What's that? Give me the cold card.
Oh, he needed that run today.
I'm on level 31 of my.
Where's the car? Where's your car? Matthew took it, I guess.
Yeah. He had another doctor's appointment. He go get some food.
So what? Oh, he didn't even ask me what we.
Which doctors are open today? Oh, I guess surgery came. I guess it's the only place you go to on a Saturday.
What?
Urgent care's open on Saturdays. Huh? And where's Oliver?
He just finished lunch and went back upstairs.
How come the TV's on, Ian?
Nope.
That's Oliver. Oliver!
I got it.
You left the TV on down here.
Left the TV on. You left the TV on.
Right. Hey.
Okay.
What? Are you sure you need?
I had a hard time reading out there today.
Uh-huh.
Really? I know it's windy and it might be these steroids too. Tomorrow I'm taking one on Monday. Maybe keep those in this system. I'm hoping all that crap doesn't come back on the steroids.
I don't know. I don't know
Because
how.
I can't stay on.
Oh, I know. I don't know how they work.
Excuse me.
You better not come over to smack me in the shoulder. What?
Can I leave the pot in the thing?
No, you took the instructions out. And then you put them back. Oh, I didn't get them today. It's too bad. So much.
I'm on that right now, Mom. I just got on my bed, but I'm on room.
You're very smart. Those rooms are not linked together. Here, use my plate.
Well, did you know that Oliver knew the word disintegrating?
Oliver knows a lot of words. I mean, he knows a lot of big, science fiction-y type words, you know? That's where he got all that stuff, the comics and things, right?
Yeah, I think so too. You came up with a good word the other day too.
Because he was playing my game and like those little ghosts. He's like, well, can you fight them? I'm like, no. So like he whacks one. He's like, oh, it's just disintegrating. I'm like,
Hey, Ian,
what?
you watching the
Yes,
Super Bowl
you're
tomorrow?
right.
You watching the Super Bowl tomorrow? Why?
I thought he was gonna say, oh, it just disappeared,
You don't like,
which it did that
football?
too, but
No.
Maybe we'll watch it, bullshit a little. I think your cousin's coming. Is
I was
he?
very impressed.
Ian, please eat while it's still warm and sit away. Ice cold mashed potatoes is terrible.
Ian?
Huh.
I don't like football, but the Super Bowl is always interesting.
The best part about the Super Bowl are the commercials.
This year, I don't know if we're gonna have actually.
Why?
Why commercials?
This whole COVID thing, there's no crowds, there's no nothing at the Super Bowl.
The commercials are for people
Yeah, I
at
know,
home.
but I don't know if they're putting money into it this year.
Yeah, that's what they are. People are watching.
How come
Super
why
Bowl
do
at
commercials
home.
are the best?
I don't know anybody, I don't think anybody cares, to be honest with you.
It's gonna be extra funny.
I never know.
Camper, Kansas City.
Why? How come um, how come the commercials are the best?
I don't know, they just make them extra funny.
Yeah, they're a little more interesting than normal commercials.
Okay. Yeah. Do you need a knife? I still have to finish the hallway, my room, the bathroom. How do you like your new cup, Dad?
Sorry?
How do you like your new cup?
Oh, great, thank you.
I always bring little knickknacks for Mom.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm using it right here.
I got Matt one, so he doesn't have an excuse to use mine anymore.
Oh, that's good. We'll still use it, we'll still use it.
Yeah.
Go away, go away, up, go. Doing that one again. If don't throw anything out, or if you don't eat, get the fuzzy if there's anything left.
Just mashed potatoes.
Steve may want them. And if you're not eating them.
¿Qué significa? Ella tiene un amigo, tiene un tesoro. Ahora ya a cenar. Buena chica, mamá.
Where is the necklace?
My luggage, come here.
And where is your luggage?
I don't know. Come here. What is it? What are you doing? Dr. Watson? Porridge is getting lumpy. Hadn't you better get up?
I would like to very much, but Mrs. Hudson, would you mind planting your knee in the small of my back?
Yes, I would.
Please, I'm in excruciating pain. A bit higher, just below my seventh vertebra. That's good. Put your arms under mine. Now fold them behind my neck. Now, give it a good snap. No, show no mercy. Bear down on me. Ow. Bless your heart. Don't touch. Oh, you better see if our patient is awake.
Dr. Watson, she's gone.
Gone! Holmes! She's gone!
When I met her.
I smell porridge. Something as usual, I suppose. Ah, there you are, Holmes. We were just wondering how...
We certainly were.
Mrs. Hudson, why don't you go down to the kitchen, get a towel, and wipe that look of disapproval off your face?
Liberties in my house.
You can't really blame her. I mean, the way it looks. If I didn't know you better, I might suspect you've taken advantage of the young lady. As a matter of fact, I did take advantage of her. Would you hand me the butter knife, please? Of course. You did what? Thank you. Holmes, this is reprehensible. Where are your professional ethics? Have you no sense of decency and no shame? None whatsoever. If you must know, I found her body quite rewarding. You can't! Especially the palm of her right hand.
The boys are done?
Yes.
I'd rather not hear of it. Very well, then I won't bother to tell you how I traced her suitcase. That's her suitcase. Remember that piece of soggy cardboard with our address on it? It was a luggage ticket. The number had rubbed off my hand. And since she must have arrived from Brussels by the boat train, I concluded that she had checked her belongings at Victoria Station. Jules, you're right. We should find a clue to her identity. Or at least the pink negligee with maroon feathers. Voila! Let's see what else is in here. Oh. Now we're getting somewhere. What do you suppose this is? Good morning, Madame Valadon. You are Gabrielle Valadon. And this is your husband, Emile Valadon. Yes. Sorry to ransack your valise, but since you came to us for help. 221B Baker Street.
Which one of you is Sherlock Holmes and which is Dr. Watson?
Dr. Watson is the handsome one.
Oh.
That's the way he affects most women. Coffee. You want some strong coffee? Well, let's try to sort it out. You
I'm looking for your husband, right?
Yes. He's in my dimension. We were married 5 years ago in Congo.
Where your husband was working in a copper mine.
You know?
Your wedding ring is made of copper.
Last year, we invented a new kind of aircraft. I was hired by an English company, German.
German.
We've been arguing to each other regularly. Suddenly, 3 weeks ago, his letters stopped. What did come right? No answer. So finally, we decided to go to the place.
32 Ashdown Street.
Yes. It's just an empty store. Nobody there. So I rang phone number. No such company exists.
Decidedly odd. Madame Valadon, can you think of any reason why your husband should have lied to you about these things?
You mean? No. He loves me and I love him.
I gathered that last.
I went to the police. They said they would send out a missing persons report. But they didn't sound encouraging. Then I went to the Belgian embassy. They suggested
You could have done worse.
I was on my way here. But suddenly there were footsteps behind me. And I found the woman.
What on?
And it's my call phone.
No.
The next thing I knew, I was in the water. And then a man was wiping me in the back.
Madame Valadon, somebody tried to kill you last night. Do you have any idea who could have done it?
I don't understand anything.
You find it?
What does it all mean, Mr. Holmes? Where's my husband?
Hey.
You must help me
Okay,
find
it's fine.
him.
We do our best, I assure you. Madame Valadon, I want you to send one more letter to your husband.
Next time I don't have room for fun.
Emile Valadon. Ashdown Street. What was that name?
Looks like that rock that rolled down the thing in,
What do you want me to
Raiders of
say?
the Lost
about it?
Ark on the Chase.
Nothing.
Remember the beginning?
Yes.
Holmes,
Come, let's go take a
you're
nap.
sending an empty sheet of paper to an empty shop. An empty shop is obviously
What?
being used as an accommodation address or letter drop. But what gets dropped must be picked up. The question is how, and by whom, and why.
My eyes are
Did you
blue.
watch the show that's on HBO? Maybe it's about Sherlock Holmes' sister.
Genevieve Page.
Never heard of her.
Huh?
Never heard of any of these people.
Anna?
I think Blazing Saddles out there.
Really?
The producers. Yeah, they're the Blazing Saddles. Yeah, there you go.
Somebody put up a good post the other day. Charles Manson didn't commit the murders, but he was still trying for them and a whole bunch of other things. So, yes, although Trump didn't storm the Capitol,
Yeah, I saw that the other day.
he should have tried.
My eyes look worn out, right?
Eyes are very tired.
All these
I really don't feel that.